Hi, this is Joe from Joe's Butcher Shop, and today we're going to talk about grilling a steak outdoors and preparing a steak indoors during those times that you don't want to go out and brave the elements on the grill. First thing we're going to talk about today is grilling outdoors. We have here two beautiful New York strips from the Butcher Shop. As you can see, they're well marbled and looking great. First thing we want to do when we get our steaks home is we want to prep our steak, and that involves three easy elements here. The first is a good extra virgin olive oil. The second is kosher salt. And the third is a little bit of garlic powder. If you have fresh garlic, you can certainly use that. A nice minced garlic would work well. We're going to first go ahead and olive oil our steaks. Make sure we rub them very well to make sure the olive oil is on both sides, including the sides. We're going to sprinkle generously with kosher salt, making sure that the kosher salt evenly coats both sides of the steaks. And then finally a nice dusting of garlic powder. Now you want to be a little less liberal with the garlic powder, as it can tend to be pretty strong. If you've got fresh garlic, a good clove or two for both these steaks would work great. Now the next thing we're going to do with these steaks is we're going to go ahead and wrap them up in a little bit of film wrap or cellophane. And we'll wrap them up nice and tight, and we're going to send them off to the fridge where they're going to rest a few hours or overnight. After the steaks have rested a few hours in the refrigerator or overnight, we're going to pull them out and we're going to set them on our counter. We're going to make sure we do this about 3 to 4 hours before we start our grill. What this does is this allows the steak to come closer to room temperature. Cooking a cold steak is not a great thing. What occurs is you've got a cold center core in your steak, and you're heating the steak from the outside in. You'll end up with a brown ring and pink in the center, and what we want instead is a nice, beautiful pink throughout the steak. And letting this steak come to room temperature before you cook it is a critical part of making that good grilling happen. The next thing we're going to do after the steaks have rested is we're going to carry them out to our grill. Now we're going to pretend that our red surface here is our grill. We're going to make sure that the grill surface is as hot as we can get it. If you can get it up to 500 or 600 degrees on your outdoor grill, be it charcoal or otherwise, that's fantastic. We're going to place our steaks, our nice olive oil, kosher salt, and garlic powdered steaks right on the grill. And we're going to sear those on each side for about a minute or a minute and a half. We're going to take our tongs and we're going to flip them over and sear them another minute or a minute and a half. And then we're going to turn our grill completely off. After we turn our grill completely off, we're going to take our left side where our steaks are now, and we're going to turn it to medium-low if we have a gas grill. And on the other side, we're going to leave it off. We're going to move our steaks over to the off side of the grill. Now you notice I'm giving them a quarter of a turn. That's to keep the marks of the grill looking beautiful on the steak. We're going to get some cross marks there. And then you're going to go ahead and grill about 3 to 4 minutes aside, depending upon the thickness of your steak, on indirect heat. So you get 3 to 4 minutes there. We'll turn them over with your tongs, and you're going to get 3 to 4 minutes on this side. Another critical, important element of this is that after they're grilled off and looking great, we're going to go ahead and set them on a plate, take them indoors. We're not going to cover them. We're going to let them rest for a good 10 minutes. That's a great way to have a super steak. The example we used today was a gas grill. If you have a charcoal grill, we're going to have you build the coals up on one side of the grill so that you have a hot surface on one side for searing and a cool surface on the other side for indirect heat. Happy steak eating.